They are part of us and we are part of them. We must live with them. You can't drive them away, and they can't drive us away. They are our neighbors, so we should never allow them to be our enemies.
They are our enemies. They are our enemies. I don't know if maybe I'm not speaking English. They are our enemies, Uncle. They are our enemies. It's not you that will tell us who our enemy is. Do you understand? They are our enemies. If they're not your enemies, no problem. I'm happy for you. Thank you very much. Nigeria is not Federal Republic of Gumi. You don't represent Muslims. You don't represent the North. You barely even represent common sense. When they were doing the kidnapping, you didn't have any moral outreach. You were silent most of the time. I think you and these terrorists need to just pack yourselves, enter a bus or a lorry, and go and build your own country elsewhere. Just go. Create your own country, make your rules there, enjoy yourself. Nobody will come there to come and stress you. Than Allah, than animals. Because here, we're busy trying to stay alive. First of all, what do you mean by they are part of us? Whose family are they? And why do you keep saying us? Because I want to understand, what does us mean? What is the meaning of us? Who is us? You and who? Them and who? Where? How? They're not part of me. They're not part of my family. I don't know them. I will never know them. We need to clarify, because I am sure that I am not related to these people. I'm not related to them. I don't know about you, but I'm not related to them. Every time Nigeria tries to move forward, this guy just pops up like malaria with a sermon that nobody asked for. Terrorists are around sneezing, and the minute you hear it, you will just rush like one PR manager. You're always worried about their feelings, always worried about, what they're doing, always talking about how, the decisive actions are immoral. You're not a policy maker. You're not the government. Nigeria is not run by clerics with Facebook pages. It is run by elected officials. And let's not forget that soldiers are actually dying in the field. While you're here, going around, justifying what these people are doing. Rest, please, we're begging you, please, just rest. Because you don't speak for the Muslims, as I said. You don't speak for us, you don't speak for the North. Please, I don't even want to be rude. You speak as if Nigeria belongs to you personally, and maybe we are tenants in your compound. Because newsflash, we are not. And at this point, I think that the most patriotic thing for you to do is to just stop talking. Please, just stop talking and leave us alone. We are tired. Nigeria's security strategy is not your WhatsApp group. Sit this one out. It's like you hate our progress. Please, you hate anytime we are making, you just go like pimple. Every time terrorism is mentioned, like overnight pimples, never with solutions, just to undo all the progress that we have made. Always trying to soften the image of these terrorists and making us look like we're complicit. You're not the conscience of Nigerian Muslims. Nobody elected you. You're not the spokesman. Please. You're not the class prefect. You don't get to frame national security as a religious morality play every time a bomb drops. If you have a real plan, fine. Submit it through the proper channels. If not, please stop freelancing with our national trauma, because we are tired. On behalf of everybody, this is on behalf of everybody, from Lagos to Calabar, from Kano to Ekiti, to everywhere. There is a difference between raising concerns and constantly inserting yourself into every security matter like one self-appointed referee. Nigerians want peace. We're not looking for endless commentary that sounds like, you're always 1 second away from apologizing for terror. Every time you speak, your contribution seems to blur the line between, condemnation and excuse. The country is bleeding. Soldiers are dying. Communities are literally under siege as we speak. Most Nigerians, we just want it to stop. That's all. We're not asking you for anything. Please, just stop. What you're doing right now is not commentary. It is theater. And the last time I checked, nobody is buying the tickets to watch. If you want a country where you call the shots, go and build one. As I said earlier, pack yourself, enter a lorry, go and build your own country because you have no authority here. Stop acting like your opinion is national strategy. If you have nothing constructive to say, please just go quiet. Or go and sue Saudi Arabia in court so that you can enter for Hajj because you have bigger problems. From where I stand, you have bigger problems. Stop pushing narratives that makes the entire Muslim faith and people from the north look like we're all condoning this thing, like we like it. Like you're spoiling the image, you're making us look like we don't want peace, like we're enjoying it. If you can't influence the argument, logically, just leave us alone, because what you're doing now, it just feels like endless repeat of a loop. You're always just saying the same thing in a million different ways. Today you say it like ABC, tomorrow you say BCA, next tomorrow you say CAB. Please. Wallahi tallahi mungaji, please. Dan Allah, dan Annabi ka alimu. Dan Allah.
Before I start, let me say a happy new year to all our subscribers. We say thank you for all your support. I am genuinely happy and encouraged to see that many northerners, especially our northern Muslim brothers and sisters, are now coming out openly to speak against what Sheikh Gumi has been saying and doing. This is a very important development, and it deserves to be acknowledged clearly. For too long, silence has dominated conversations around some of these issues, and silence in situations like this can easily be interpreted as agreement. As the lady rightly pointed out, not speaking up can make it appear as though everyone supports what Sheikh Gumi is saying and doing, even when that is far from the truth. That is why these voices matter so much. When people speak up, they help correct dangerous assumptions and narratives. For a long time, many Nigerians outside the north felt that certain statements made in the name of religion or regional interest were left unchallenged. This created a false and harmful impression that an entire region or an entire faith shared the same views. Seeing northern Muslims challenge these statements openly helps to break that misconception. It sends a strong message that terrorism has no religion, no tribe, and no moral justification. Honestly, I find it very difficult to understand how a cleric of Sheikh Gumi's standing can repeatedly appear to speak in favor of terrorists instead of standing firmly with the victims. It is deeply troubling and heartbreaking. These terrorists have murdered innocent men, women, and children. They have attacked villages, kidnapped students, destroyed livelihoods, and displaced millions of Nigerians. Families have been shattered, communities wiped out, and trauma has become a daily reality for many Nigerians. Yet, instead of consistently centering the pain, suffering, and humanity of the victims, we keep hearing statements that seem to rationalize or excuse the actions of these terrorists. While dialogue as a concept is not wrong, repeatedly portraying terrorists as misunderstood or deserving of sympathy, while the victims are almost sidelined, sends a very dangerous message. It subtly shifts blame away from criminals and weakens the moral clarity needed to fight insecurity. Words matter. When influential figures speak carelessly or appear sympathetic to violent groups, it undermines the sacrifices of our soldiers who risk their lives daily. It also reopens wounds for victims who feel forgotten and unheard. Such rhetoric can embolden criminals and make the fight against insecurity even more difficult. This is why I believe strongly that the government of the day must act. Sheikh Gumi should be officially cautioned and warned to stop making statements that worsen an already fragile security situation. Freedom of speech does not mean freedom from responsibility or consequences. When speech contributes to insecurity, division, or the justification of violence, the state has a duty to intervene in the interest of national security. Instead of helping to solve the problem of insecurity, these repeated statements only make it worse. They confuse the public, weaken trust in government efforts, and demoralize our security agencies. The relevant authorities must call Sheikh Gumi to order and make it clear that Nigeria will not tolerate any form of advocacy that appears to excuse terrorism or shift blame away from perpetrators. It is also very important to state this clearly. The fight against terrorism is not a fight against the North, and it is not a fight against Islam. That narrative must be rejected completely. In fact, many northern Muslims are among the worst victims of terrorism. They have lost family members, homes, farms, businesses, and peace of mind. Their voices matter, and their pain is real. That is why I find hope in this moment. I am genuinely encouraged that more northern Muslims are speaking up and refusing to allow extreme or reckless voices to represent them. This is how nations heal, when people choose courage over silence and truth over convenience. Speaking up does not make anyone less Muslim or less northern. It makes them responsible citizens. By God's grace, I believe our military will prevail. With better coordination, accountability, intelligence sharing, and the right support, Nigeria can overcome this challenge. International cooperation, including support from allies like the United States, can be helpful, but the most important factor remains national unity and moral clarity. Terrorists must be treated as what they are, criminals who destroy lives, and must be confronted decisively. Nigeria cannot afford mixed messages anymore. We must stand firmly with the victims, support our security forces, and reject any narrative that excuses violence. Once again, I say this clearly. I am happy that more northern Muslims are speaking up. Their voices are important, their courage is needed, and Nigeria is stronger because of it.